What's cracking, YouTube? My name is Matt Kraken, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to stream with a DSLR or a mirrorless camera with no capture card. Alright, let's get into it, boys and girls. So first and foremost, I want to show you guys how to get an image just like mine here for streaming purposes using a DSLR or a mirrorless camera with no CAMLINK whatsoever. The way we're going to achieve this today is by using your camera's USB port, whether it's a USB mini, micro, or even Type-C. What we're going to be doing is connecting your camera to your computer via that port and pretty much just using a live view shoot to mirror into your OBS software. Couple things before we get into it, guys. Inside of most cameras settings, inside the menu settings, there's going to be an auto shutoff feature. You're going to want to make sure you turn that off, because then you're just going to have to hassle with it and wonder why it keeps shutting off every 25 to 30 minutes. One more thing to keep in mind here, guys, is even if your camera is listed on Elgato's website as not a compatible camera, it still might work the way we're going to do this today. For instance, I'm using a Canon 60. Elgato's website states that when connected to HDMI, this camera does not have a clean HDMI output and it does not have unlimited runtime. Now, I've never used a CAMLINK with this camera, nor my 7D, so I'm not sure if it is even going to work if I get a CAMLINK. But I know it works this way, and I'm hoping that it works this way for you guys and whatever camera you guys have as well. Alright guys, so getting right into this, I'm going to show you guys two different ways to set this up. First way is going to be through your camera's manufacturer software. So Canon uses one called Canon EOS Utility. Well guys, this is editing Matt Kraken, and what I'm noticing right now is as I'm editing this video, it looks like Canon has just announced a new piece of software called EOS Webcam Utility. It's in beta right now. It is going to be better than the EOS Utility software that I'm currently showing you guys right now. The EOS Utility software will still work, but if you can get your hands on the EOS Webcam Utility software, I highly recommend doing that. It's made for exactly what I'm showing you guys right now. Here's the thing. I can't currently show you because, and I'll put a list up of compatible cameras for this new piece of software. My two cameras, the 60 and the 70, are probably a bit too old because they have a mini USB port and it's probably not capable of transferring data as quickly as needed for this new piece of software. So definitely look into that, guys. I'm going to continue to show you the utility software, but just keep in mind that EOS Webcam Utility beta software is going to be a better choice. And I'll put a link in the description below for you guys for that as well. But let's continue on with this portion of the video. And yeah, good luck, guys. And Sony uses one called Imaging Edge Desktop, which I'm not going to be able to show you guys today, but I believe it works exactly the same way. I couldn't find anything on Nikon or Panasonic, but don't worry, guys. I'm going to show you guys a totally different way, and I'll put a timestamp in the video to where that starts for like Nikon cameras and all that jazz. So getting right into it here, I got the Canon 60 rolling and I turned on my Canon 7D. So when I turn on the 7D, it opened this window right here, and you can see it says EOS 7D right here. And it shows you like your f-stop and your ISO and all that good stuff. Once you see this window, you're going to want to hit this button right here, Live View Shoot. And then it's going to open up another window. So this is the view from my 7D camera right here. So next thing we want to do is, and if you're getting a little box right here, you can click this button right here and it'll totally get rid of that. And another good thing about this is your camera can autofocus if you hover over this little button right here. So now, in order to get this image into your OBS software, and I'm going to use Streamlabs today, and it's going to work pretty much the same way if you guys are using, you know, your standard OBS, but just follow along, especially if you're using Streamlabs. It's going to work exactly the same way. I'm going to add a new source, and we want to do window capture. We want to add source. We want to add a new one, And then we're gonna match the title to EOS Utility to Remote Live View window and hit done. And as you can see, it's popping up right there. So obviously it's a whole window. So what we're gonna do to crop that out is we're gonna bring this, hold down Alt and slide that down. And we're just gonna go right into the box of the cam there. And that's it. And that's essentially how I got my screen on this side of, right here, of this side of the video here. Same exact way. So now you can resize this and, you know, put it into the box, whatever box or camcorder you got for streaming, and you're all set. And essentially, like I said, this is gonna work the same way with your Sony manufacturing software, but unfortunately, the only way I can show you guys today is through the Canon software. All right, guys, so the second way of achieving this today is going to be with a piece of software called Sparco Cam. So I'll leave a link to their website in the description down below. This is the one that I use and I personally like a little bit more, so you can go ahead and download it from their website. And once you have it downloaded, it's gonna look a little bit like this. So essentially it's working the same way, live view feed, but the only difference here and the advantage here inside of OBS or any other software that you use that requires a webcam, it's going to read it just as a typical webcam. So that's the advantage of using Sparco Cam. They have a free version, and the downfall with the free version is that there's a big watermark up here. So don't worry, I'm going to kind of go over how to avoid that. But if you do want to buy it like I did, I believe it costs around $50 or so USD. So Sparco Cam does have all the same features as the EOS Utility, which is going to be like your aperture, your ISO. You're going to have your white balance, face tracking autofocus right there. So you get all the same benefits plus a little bit more using Sparco Cam. Also, one more thing is they have a little box here called Restart Live View every 25 minutes. So like we talked about in the beginning of the video, having that auto shutoff feature is key, but for cameras that don't have that auto shutoff feature, there is a box here that will restart the live view every 25 minutes. It will make a shutter noise and it will, you know, pause your frames for like 2 seconds. That's the only downfall there. In order to get this into your OBS, so last time, if you remember, we hit this plus button and we did window capture. In this one, what we're going to do is video capture device. So plus add source, video capture device for this one. And it's gonna work just as a webcam. So as you can see here, I already got it here. It's called Sparco Cam. So I'm just gonna add another source there. And the same thing, we're going to just click Alt or hold Alt and click and drag to bring that to the correct aspect ratio or fit inside whatever cam border you got. So as you can see, in the free version, like I said, there's a watermark up here that's, you know, pretty large. So a good way to get rid of that would be kind of just giving yourself some extra headroom there. Shoot real wide. If you got a wide angle lens, that's perfect. So shoot a little bit wider, give yourself some room, and you can crop that watermark right out. Now, I don't know if they want you doing that. I don't know if I'm even allowed to be saying that or anything like that, but that's just a little trick that I did for the, you know, the first little bit that I had this software that I was testing it out. It's as easy as that, guys. Like I said, this is my preferred method. Use whatever method you prefer. I hope I was able to help you guys out in this video. If you have any questions or over anything, just feel free to comment. If I didn't go over it, you know, in depth enough, just feel free to leave a comment down below. Well, guys, that's pretty much it on how to stream with a DSLR with no CamLink. Hope I was able to help. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out my Twitch page. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks. What's cracking, YouTube? My name's Matt Kraken, and I'm out of breath for no apparent reason at all.
Talking loud.